Good evening and a very warm welcome to FlyLumo. My name is James. I'm the Chief Executive Officer and founder here at FlyLumo, and I'm just going to do a quick run through of all the features in our brand new version 2, which we brought to you this evening on the 30th of April 2024. So, without further ado, let's jump straight in. When you get to our website, so our new website is crew.flylumo.online. So that's what you want to head to in your browser. When you come to the website, you'll be presented with a page that looks a little bit like this, and what you want to do is, first of all, you want to head to log in if you are a current existing pilot. If you're not currently a pilot with us, then you do want to click register up here in the top right, but if you're already a pilot, you just want to hit log in. Now, if you are a pilot logging in for the first time from version 1, you need to click forgot password, and in forgot password, enter the email address that you used when you signed up to FlyLumo version 1. What will happen is it will send you a password reset link. This could take up to 5 to 10 minutes depending on how big the server load is, what time of day it is, things like that, to come through to you. Do that, it will come through to you and you can set a new password. However, I don't need to do that because I've already done that and set my password, so I can just log in. So, you log in with your email address or your FlyLumo ID and your password, hit log in, and once you've reset your password, then it will take you to the dashboard. Now, welcome to version 2 of FlyLumo. It's a little bit different to what you're used to, so let's just get familiarized with what you have. So, if you go to the dashboard, this is the page you get, so you see a map with all the flights that are ongoing. So at the moment you can see that LumoJet 159 is Manchester Airport to Dublin. They are currently doing that flight, and they are on final approach, and it is Adam D. If you've already flown a flight with us, you'll see your last PIREP details, and those will be there, and you can view them there by clicking the flight number. You can view the latest news. You can also see any active bookings, any online pilots on IVO and VATSIM, upcoming events. So in 2 days' time from the recording of this video is our Friday night group flight. So you can see the upcoming event, and you can click that for more information. You can see a random flight, which the system will suggest a random flight for you every 24 hours as an idea. So if you're stuck for a flight to do, it will suggest a random flight that you can go and enjoy. You don't have to do that, but if you're stuck and you just think, you know what, let's just do a random flight, that is there for you. And also airport information is there as well. So if you click into FlyLumo, there's a couple of tabs and we'll go through them all. You can view the roster, which shows you all the other pilots and their ranks and their IDs, and people who are part of the airline. You can view the airlines. There are 4 airlines part of FlyLumo. You've got FlyLumo Core, which has the majority of the flights. You've also got FlyLumo Express, which is our express links on shorter flights in smaller aircraft. You've then got Sprint, which is our cargo airline, and you've got Velocity, which is our Greek carrier. In airlines, you can go into each one of these, click into them, and see all the details about every single aircraft. Ranks has got all the ranks details there, which you can see. In the new system, ranks are a little bit different. You are paid per rank, so depending on what rank you have achieved, what you are doing, you will be paid more the more flights you do. So it works out better to do the more flights because you get paid more and you will level up faster. You've also got then awards, so different awards that we do have available. So at the moment we're doing our Eurovision flight tour, so you will get that if you complete the Eurovision one. Equally, we do have some badges for our V2 beta testers as well. You've got the stats. So if you go to stats, you can see all the stats of the different pilots for airline. I'll let you have a look at that yourself, and all that good stuff as well at the pilot shop. In flight operations, you have got your flights, so this is the full database of all the flights that we do have available. Remember that at FlyLumo we offer you nearly 5,000 flights in our database. So if you are thinking about a flight, I would encourage you to look for it here first. The search on the right hand side is very comprehensive. You can search by airline, you can even tell where you want to fly from. So if I want to fly from Newcastle, I can type in AGNT with FlyLumo, press find, and every flight on the left hand side is all FlyLumo flights from Newcastle, and there are 6 pages with 25 flights on each. There are a lot of flights, and we encourage you to use the schedule as much as you possibly can, but we'll go into booking the flight a little bit later on. You also have our tours page, so if you would like to fly one of our tours, you simply go flight operations and tours. There are no active tours at the moment as I'm recording this on the 30th of April, and our tours start on the 1st of May. So by the time you're watching this, it's very likely that our tours have started and they would show on this page. But if we go future tours, you can see the tour that's coming up, which is our Eurovision tour. I'm just going to move myself over there quickly. There we go. So our Eurovision tour, you can see, is our tour type. So you've got Eurovision version 2, 2024, and you can do your tour from here. If you're going to book a tour leg, what you need to do is come into the tour this way, click into the first leg, click the little I button on the left hand side. Again, just in case anybody didn't see that, it's the I button to the left of the tour legs, number 1, and then you can add bid. And by adding bid, that books the flight. But again, we'll get into that in a second. Other things, you can see the whole fleet, so you can see all the aircraft that we do have in the airline, and these are all in our fleet page, as well as stats, and you can also see pilot reports, live flights, and live weather. So in live flights, you can see Adam is currently doing their flight right now, and they are currently on the taxi on the arrival, because they're currently in Dublin. Again, in flights, in docs and resources, this is where you would actually get your PyRep stuff, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. News, note items, and staff team, and then in your profile, you've got your profile, airline, bought items, free flight, bids, and reports. Free flight is where, in the past, if you want to do a charter flight that doesn't already exist in our schedule, you can go do a free flight from there. You simply click free flight and fill in the information. So that ends the kind of familiarization with what the website actually looks like. So what we'll do next is we will basically go as if we're going to book a flight. Okay, actually no, before we do that, we need to get you set up with your tracker. So if you've just come to FlyLumo, whether you're on version 1 or you're new to the version 2, it's a brand new tracker. So there's 2 things that you need to download. To get this, once you've logged into your account, you need to click Docs and Resources up here, and you need to click Downloads. When you click Downloads, it will present you with 2 files. Now, there's the FSU IPC module and the FlyLumo ACARS. Now, this is really important. If you already have the original FSU IPC, you still need this new module, okay? So if you've already got FSU IPC, you still need to download this, and it's very important to make your tracker work. So you want to click FSU IPC module, and that will download as it is here, which is the FSU IPC LVAR module. You also want to download our ACARS, which will also download there as well. Yours will probably just say ACARS, but because I've downloaded so many times, recording this video, it's showing as the number 3. So what you would do is then you would open your downloads folder, which I will drag across for you now. In your downloads folder, here are the 2 files. Obviously, I've got loads of things that I've downloaded recently. You want to unzip both of them, so right click and you want to extract all, and simply click extract, and it will extract the FSU IPC LAR mod, and we're also going to do the same with ACARS as well. Okay, so where do these files go? This is important. The FSU IPC LVAR mod, you want to click into that and click in, and you'll see that you've got all the files there. So go back one, so you'll see you go downloads, FSU IPC LVAR mod, you'll have the file here, and this is what you need to copy. So you need to copy this, and then you need to go to your Flight Sim community folder. Now you can get to this in multiple ways. I have mine saved, so it's in your name, app data, Roman, Microsoft Flight Sim packages, community, and you will find your community folder. This is where you would put all of your normal MSFF settings and all that kind of stuff. So in there, you just want to right click and you want to paste. Now I'm not going to do that because mine's already in here, and that is where you're going to want to put that FSU IPC folder. Okay. Now, if we go back to downloads, that's that done. The next thing is your ACARS. So if you go into your ACARS folder that you've just extracted, you should have something that looks like this. So again, go back one, copy your ACARS, because you want to get out your downloads, and put it in your My Documents. And when you right click and paste, it will paste it into your My Documents. And here is your ACARS, and it is all there and ready to go. So that's how you actually get the files onto your system. There's one last little bit of setup that you need to do in your ACARS before you can actually do a flight, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So you can open your ACARS from here, which is what we're going to do. So if you double click your ACARS, now yours won't show a FlyLumo logo and it won't show this because I've already done it. What yours will show is a page that looks something like this, but it'll be completely empty. and look like this. So what you need to do is you need to set your airline configuration. You only need to do this once, but it's very important that you do this, okay? So what you would do is you would go and get your PHP VMS URL. So to get this, you simply go to the website, and it is our core domain. So our domain is https://crew.flylumo.online. Any web page you're on, just go and copy that main bit to flylumo.online, copy, and then you can go and paste that in here. Done. Next thing you need is your API key. Now your API key is unique to you. To get this, you want to go to your name in the website, so for me it's James S, and hit profile. Now when your profile loads, if you've uploaded a profile image, it will show your profile image there. If you don't already have a profile image, you can do this by clicking the pen icon here and uploading an image. Next to this, you'll see it says API key, and there is an I. Now, if it says don't share this, and don't worry, I'm not going to. If you click that I button, this word API key will become a big long string of text and words. That is unique to you as a pilot. Do not share this with anyone, because this is how you log your flights. You need to copy your API key. So pretend this is a big long string, not API key. You copy that, and you want to go then back into your tracker and paste it here. And when you paste it, it should be longer than this, but it should be loads of stars. And that is what you need to do. You can select between light and dark modes. You can select light or dark. Now, in these tick boxes, it will already tick show Discord status. I fully recommend that you also tick automatically check for scenery changes. In Active Simulator, you want to set the simulator that you're using, so MSFS, FSX, FS9, P3D, or X-Plane. So for us, it's Microsoft Flight Simulator. Leave it as native, but if you are using FSX, it will ask for your FSX folder path, that's fine. FS9 will ask for the same. P3D will ask for the same, and X-Plane will ask for the folder path as well as the IP address to X-Plane. But for Microsoft Flight Sim, it's dead easy. Just like Microsoft Flight Sim, leave it as native and hit resync scenery. Again, I'm not going to do it because I've already done it. When you hit resync scenery, it could take anywhere between 2 to 10 minutes to resync your scenery, and that purely depends on how much scenery you've got installed into your simulator. But that will find that, and that will get that done. Once that's done, the resync scenery is done, you then click save, and that will save the profile. Once it saves the profile, you'll be able to click FlyLumo.online, and it will show up nice and easy. It's not going to let me do it now, is it? No, it's not. But it will show up as FlyLumo.online, and that will be your tracker done. Okay? You know your tracker's working because your name will be displayed at the top here, your profile picture, and when you go home, you'll be able to see your name, your group, and all that good stuff. So that is how you set your tracker up. Once you've done that and it successfully works without any errors, that is you done setting up your tracker. You never have to do that again, and you can close your tracker off. So that brings us to the end of the setup. So once you've done all of that, you are now set up and ready to go on FlyLumo version 2. Now it's all about booking a flight. So there are 2 ways to book a flight, and both of them use the website. Please do not just open the tracker and do a flight. For one, it probably won't work, and 2, even if it does work, your pirate probably won't be accepted. So you need to use the website. What I encourage you to do first is go to FlyLumo, Flight Operations, and Flights. In here, we have genuinely selected nearly 5,000 routes for you to fly with different airlines, from Express to Velocity to FlyLumo to Sprint. We have done our best, and our teams have built brilliant routes for you, and you can search all these routes in here. So if you're thinking, for example, you want to fly from Manchester, let's just do that as an example, to Alicante, okay, you can literally put in that flight search and click find, and it will show you that we already have 2 flights in our schedule, Lumojet 167 and 996, that go from Manchester to Alicante. If this is the case and they show up in this search, please do this. And to add this flight, you click add or remove bid. Okay, once you click that, that then books the flight. I'm not going to do it though, because I'm going to show you some other ways you can do flights. If, for example, you type in a route that doesn't exist, for example, Newcastle to let's say KDFW, which I know doesn't exist in our system, if you try and find that, it'll say no flights found. But if that's the flight you want to do, you can still do that flight. If it comes up with no flights found, then you need to go to the second option, which is to go to your name in the top right, go down to free flight, and then free flight the plan. So in here you can do absolutely anything you want. So let's say we're going to fly for FlyLumo. You can also pick to fly for FlyLumo Express, Sprint or Velocity. You can type in a flight number, so let's do FlyLumo 2897, and our call sign is going to be LumoJet 56 Whiskey. I want to depart from Newcastle and I wanted to go to KDF W, so I can put that in there. You can select if it's a charter flight, a VIP flight, cargo, training, passenger positioning, or a technical test. Since we're doing this for the video, I'll do it as a technical test. And then you need to select the aircraft you've got. So it needs to be something from our fleet. You've got the A320neo, you've got the A320s, the A306. You've also got the Boeing 737-800s, you've got the 789, 788, and you've also got the CRJ-9. So if you look for an aircraft, you can select A320, for example, and select any of the A320s that are available to you here. Now, a lot of you will be thinking, oh, I have an A319 or an A318, or I maybe have a Boeing 737-300 or 600 that isn't in the fleet. That is fine. Please book the closest possible aircraft to what you want to fly. Book it in the system and you are more than welcome to fly that plane in your actual flight. But the closer you can be, the absolute better. So, we're going to book this flight. This is the same if you're doing it in flight operations. So you will go update and proceed to flight planning, okay? But we're going to actually do it from the real flight. So you would do that if you're actually booking a flight that exists, that we already have in our schedule. You would just fly the flight you want to do. So I'm going to do Newcastle to Berlin. You can click the little I button, which shows the information of the flight, and you can add bid. And adding bid is booking the flight. Okay. So what that page is now going to do is it's now going to redirect us, or it should, hopefully, to our bids page. But I don't think it's going to. So what you can do is you can click your name and you can click bids. So this shows the flight that you've just booked. I've just booked LumoJet 1, which is Newcastle to Berlin. So to get this flight into your tracker, you've got two options. Now, if you have SimBrief, you need to click Generate SimBrief OFP. And what this will do is it will generate your SimBrief in our website and pass all the information over. I strongly recommend SimBrief. It is a free tool and it is fantastic. However, if you do not have SimBrief, you can directly click Load in VMSA cars. You'll get this pop up. Click Always Allow and Open. And what it will do, as you can see, is it's opening the tracker and it's opening it like this. You would simply save the profile, go to the flight. Again, loading VMSA cars, and that comes through like that. Again, you can go to your flight, save that, you can put the details in like so. Now, as you can see, this is a bit of a chew on doing it like this. So what I fully recommend is to use SimBrief and do it, and I'll show you why SimBrief is so much better. So forget what I've just done. So you've got to book your flight either through flight schedule or you've got to book your flight through flight. So you're going to generate your SimBrief OFP and it's going to ask you to select an aircraft. Now again, you can fly any of the aircraft in our fleet or close enough. So let's say we're going to fly the A320 and we're going to fly CAF, which is GLUMC. Proceed to flight planning, and that is going to show us all the flight planning that would go into SimBrief. So A320, we would like 10 minutes taxi time out, 10 minutes taxi time back. You can put in flight levels, but remember, if you want SimBrief to do it, you leave it blank. You can put in your departure time, your date of flight, all that good stuff. And then finally, down the bottom here, in the bottom right corner, is Generate SimBrief OFP. When you click that button, it will ask you to log into your SimBrief account. So you can click log in using Navigraph, log into your SimBrief account if you haven't already, and it will then generate your SimBrief profile, which is what it's doing now. So it's generating this flight via SimBrief, and it's going to put all the details into FlyLumo, which it's just done. So now all the details of our flight number, call sign, registration, our type of aircraft, all our loadings, our initial altitude of 37,000 feet, our initial block altitude, all of that is all now here in the website. So you can also see a flight crew. So I am the captain. We've also got a new first officer and some staff on board. If you click route and SIGWIG WX chart, you've then got all of these charts. And live weather at the bottom shows you the live weather for both airports, for Newcastle and for Berlin for the flights that I'm doing. So that's all the information there. If you're going to fly online, you can file using Aveo and VATSIM using the blue buttons here. But what you want to do is once you've got your SIM open and you're ready to go, you want to click the ACARS button in the top right, and you'll see now this does all the work for you, because what it's just done is it has essentially loaded the flight into ACARS for me, and that's basically what it's done. So it's all sorted, it's all there, and it's all loaded in. And if I drag this over, now you can see it. So it's loaded everything from here. It's loaded the flight number, where it's from, where it's to, it's all there. CAF, economy, payload, and max payload. If for whatever reason you get an error when you do that, so when you click ACARS, if you don't get the flight information, you might get an error asking you to save your flight. So what you need to do is just press save down the bottom again. You'll be presented with this page. You just click load flight plan, but usually 9 times out of 10 this works. You know you're ready to go when you see the details match your departure, arrival, your route, your aircraft, and your passenger loadings, and that means you're ready to do a flight. So at this point you would open up your simulator. Once your simulator is open, the minute it's open, you don't need to wait for fuel or anything else. You can hit start flight. Start flight's not going to work because I'm not in the sim, so can't load airports, can't do any of that, but that is what you would do. For the then once you've done your flight, so once you're in your flight, you can minimize this, you can do what you need to do, you can view your flight on live flights, you can see all that good stuff. Once you have finished your flight, you would then go back to the tracker, which should look like this. In the tracker, it will show you a map, and it will show you, so here's the map of the flight that we would be doing if we're doing Newcastle to Berlin. At the end of that, you would simply go to the button below, which is summary. It will show a summary at the end of your flight, and this start flight button will then say end flight. It will ask for some flight notes, but you don't have to put them in, and then a file flight. It will fire your PIREP, and as soon as your PIREP's done, you can then go back to the website, click dashboard, and your PIREP will be here under last PIREP details. As soon as you fire that flight, that will be there, and if you want to see all the details, just click the flight number at the start, and that will bring up all the details of the flight you've just done, which I've just done, Alicante to Manchester. That's all the details there. You can see the route map, you can see the PIREP fields, you can see the flight log, you can also see the load information and the finance here as well. So that's all of the information that you need to get started. If you have any questions, please reach out to a member of staff in the FlyLumo or Smoggy's Discord, or you can get in touch with me directly via a direct message. But this is how you get started on FlyLumo. Remember, our new crew website is crew.flylumo.online, so make sure you get there, get going, and get flying. Thank you for listening.